You shouldn't deny your
each other.
partner.
Yes.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't deny your partner.
Please say that to the women out there.
Yeah, women, don't deny your husband. Don't push your husband out. When it comes to sex, it is a duty that you owe him, and then it is a duty that is ordained by God. It's a duty that is blessed. So sex is fellowship, and it should be complete. You don't bargain, you don't exchange anything with it. You don't just relax and enjoy sex.
Hello everyone, welcome to Happy Home Tablet on Reality Talk Marriage. My name is Isolas Emmanuel. With me,
Elizabeth Ishola,
my pretty queen. Welcome on board, and we are here again. We're talking about what men feel their wife should stop doing, and what women feel their husband should stop doing. We've had several encounters in counseling with men and women, and we've been able to put some things together, and even on our own experience on things that we believe that affect men and women and affect their home, and this have caused a lot of conflict. And one of the things I would like us to look at, baby girl, is the issue of words, using abusive words in marriage, and I think it has crippled a lot of men. Based on our experience, you just see the woman verbalizing so many things, and from the scriptures, and even being a child of God and someone that is married to work, I think we need to disabuse our mind from using strong words and in marriage. What do you feel about this?
Yes, verbal abuse in marriage is horrible. Yeah. Men should stop using abusive words on their wives, because it actually cripples. Before you know it, the woman loses her self-esteem, she loses her confidence. When you see some women that are going through very terrible verbal abuse, you will know the confidence has been tampered with. Very low self-esteem. They feel worthless. They feel, they just feel worthless, useless, because that's what the spouse has been telling them for years. So we should delete that. Because it is not it's not good. It's not healthy at all for a good marriage.
We've seen men saying they cannot just get anything. They feel worthless, because their wife, instead of your wife or your husband to be an encourager. Like when you looked at the Joy Austin story in his book, and said is when his father said he was to take over the church, and he felt like he was from the back. He wasn't working with the background, a camera boy, and his father said the mantle of leadership is falling upon you, and he felt the whole church was going to leave. He told his mom, nobody going to come to church, and his wife was able to give him a word of encouragement. Yes, and said, you can do it. The world is waiting to hear from you, and that is what the wife they should do to the husband. That's what the husband should do to the wife, and that's why the scripture says, "He that findeth the wife findeth the good thing and obtaineth favor," because your wife is expected to always raise up your ego or massage your ego, or how do you put it? Someone that can encourage you, validate you,
affirm you,
so validate your partners
for each other all the time.
The scripture from Proverbs 10:19 was saying, in the multitude of word, sin is not lacking.
That's it.
Yes, but he who restrains his lip is wise.
Yeah.
So I think we need to weigh the words we want to say in marriage. Because words don't die. Yes, and you say some certain things to your wife, over time they keep remembering. Yes, and they've let go, but the word just popped up at the time and hurt the woman or hurt the man.
Yes. Like in our marriage, in the early years of marriage, verbal abuse was order of the day. And all of this was
because we don't
born
know.
out of anger. Anytime there is anger, anytime, before you know it, words are flying.
But we've been able to work on
thank
this,
God
and
for today.
we're where we are today, and that's why we're to help others.
So,
you understand?
yeah.
So please, you are watching us. We are not the best of all, but we're working on our marriage on a daily basis, and that's why God has positioned us here to encourage you watching us anywhere in the world right now, to ensure that you don't use this is from using verbal abusive word. Baby, what about people? They use sex to bargain with their husband. That's until if you don't do this, then we'll stop making love and so on. Don't you think they are losing out their marriage?
You shouldn't deny your partner.
Yes.
You shouldn't deny your partner.
Please say that to the women out there.
Yeah, women, don't deny your husband. Don't push your husband out. When it comes to sex, it is a duty that you owe him. And then it is a duty that is ordained by God. It's a duty that is blessed. So sex is fellowship, and it should be complete. You don't bargain, you don't look for, you don't exchange anything with it. You don't just relax and enjoy it.
My Moro said you want to refuel your car, and you get to a particular filling station and the place is locked. You go to the next place where there's gas so that you can just refuel. So I believe when women are practicing this with their husband, of trying to use sex to bargain for what they want, it's like pushing the man out.
You starve your husband of sex, or you starve your wife, not only your husband, you starve your wife of sex. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. If there's no food in one restaurant, there's another restaurant. Before you know it, you find the partner might have to go to another restaurant to eat. But I want you to know that going to eat in another restaurant will only bring you trouble.
That's true.
Always bring you trouble.
That's it.
So my advice all the time, even if you're having issues about sex, you should be disciplined. You should go back to God and look for a way to solve it. You don't need to go out to look for someone else just because you're having sexual issues. You should look for help and get it solved. That's always my counsel. I don't believe in another restaurant, another fuel station, another.
But we're just trying to counsel, because when this thing are done repeatedly, yes, and it makes a man or a woman that is not that does not have godly principle. It's like pushing your partner out.
Of course.
Yes, and so no one should push.
Don't push, and if they push you, don't agree to be pushed.
And on a further note, I don't know if you have anything you want to add to.
Yeah, I want to say to the husbands, on behalf of the wives, that they want you to listen. We want our husbands to listen. Don't be in a hurry to act. Like when a woman is just telling you what's bothering her, and then before she finished talking, you just believe you understand already and you are running to act. Sometimes the woman just wants you to listen. She doesn't even want you to act.
I do that at times. I do that.
Yeah, you do. So my advice to husbands is that you should try and listen. Then I also want to say to husbands that you should provide leadership, especially spiritual leadership. Don't leave leadership to your wife and then claim that your wife is taking over leadership. Because there are things that you're supposed to do as husband. Lead prayers, lead, in the family altar. And then you're not doing it and she starts to do it. And you start assuming that, she's taking over leadership from you. Provide leadership.
But I think in most cases, when a man does not act fast, the woman acts, and believing that or thinking in assumption that the man is not ready to act. I think
there should be a balance.
There should be a balance. You should allow the man to take the lead.
That's where patience comes in. So if you have a man that doesn't act fast, let me put it that way.
That doesn't act fast. Yeah.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that he's slow.
It doesn't mean that he's slow. It just takes his time before he
proper
answers,
planning,
before he does a
purpose.
lot of things. So a woman should be patient. You should calm
Because such a
down.
man makes a lasting decision.
Yeah.
Not a shallow decision.
Men generally don't even act fast the way some women will want them to. So you need to be patient to allow your husband act. Always allow your husband take the lead. You can't have two leaders in a marriage. Anywhere you see two leaders in a marriage, it's just dragons you are seeing.
Because the decision makes a man look like he's a failure. When you take some decisions and not allow him, you make him look like a failure. So I think women should not make their husband look like a failure.
Yeah, I agree. And I also want to say to men that don't go and buy major things without discussing with your wife. When you want to buy major things, you should sometimes, I think you should discuss it with your wife. Women don't like
that. Shouldn't be a surprise. Women don't like such surprise. What about if I want to buy you a car that wants 100 million naira and I just...
No. If you want to do a surprise, that's different. But I'm talking about some major
building projects.
Buyings. If you want it, if you're tagging it a surprise, that's another issue. But just major buyings and you just buy without discussing with your wife, I don't think women really.
Please, can you be explicit on this major buying? And what are the things you feel a man should not buy without?
Well, are there things that a man should even buy without discussing with the wife?
It should be.
Because as a couple, you should talk about
things together.
Everything.
Yeah, like you said, doing things together.
So if you're going to buy things, anything that is major, anything that will take it, then it depends on the type of financial togetherness you have as a couple. This whole thing they're interwoven. So you want to do some buying. There's some buying that you should mention to your wife. I'm thinking of getting this. Could be anything ranging. It can even be buying television.
It unites you.
Yeah, it carries her along and helps her to know that both of you are truly one. You're truly one. So don't segregate her when you want to.
And don't segregate him.
And don't segregate. Yes, I'm talking to the wives.
Thank you very much. This is a beautiful time.
Talking for the wives, sorry.
This is a beautiful time, and we want to encourage you. Please do things together, and don't talk down on him. Don't talk down on her. See you again at this True Life Experience. God bless you, Furusho and Elizabeth.